Welcome to Namaste Today, a positive way to start each day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, Sensei Christopher Witecki. And this is your audio blogcast for Monday, December 19th, 2016. Welcome back, my soul family, and Namaste. It is the third week of December, also known as the week before Christmas. And I have coined this week the test of our beliefs and the test of our control. And I'll bring both of those up in today's zodiac weather. And in today's tea time, I have some keys to what I call grand manifesting. That is, how do the masters call it in? I'll have those answers with your tea. But first, let's listen in on your zodiac weather. This zodiac weather is for Monday, December 19th, 2016. Today I'm predicting sunny and critical for the global consciousness. We are ready to move forward with what we believe, but at the same time, everything in reality is driving us crazy. Let's listen in. Today the sun is at step 28, Sagittarius. This is the Grand Master Manifestation step. Over the weekend, the sun crossed over the galactic center, and that meant it was time to make up your mind on where your story was headed. Maybe not forever, but at least for 2017. What do you believe in? What can you believe in? What will you move forward with? Today, the universe is calling for you to decide and commit to that belief and hold steady to the vibration. The only challenge is the moon is in Virgo and Mercury has gone retrograde. First of all, with the moon in Virgo, you're going to find that you're just nitpicky and critical at just about everything. And the point of that is to see what's not working when you're doing kind of a dry run. The only problem is we're trying to commit to a belief or to a direction right now, and we're getting some slack. Mercury retrograde, as I'd like to put it, means that our mind is now officially inside out. We're going to be looking at the upside down version of our life, the mirror version. The silent voice is going to come forward. Yes, technology tends to freak just a little bit, and yes, messages do not get received. So if it's an important message, you better follow up and ask them, did you receive my message? But what it means is that we will be rethinking our processes. It seems that whatever it is we committed to just during the day today is going to require a complete reworking of our rules and our organization. That's the early degrees of Capricorn. What are the rules? What are the laws? How do we organize this thing to work? In fact, Mercury is going to continue to rethink our plans until December 28th. That is when the Sun and Mercury come together. And they come together actually at step 7, which means what we're working towards is a spiritual plan here at the end of the day. Now, also adding some fun flavor to the day, Mars is at step 0 Pisces. Step 0 means it's offline. So we're not really feeling the strength today. We're not really feeling our oomph. We're having a hard time taking that first step. It might even be difficulty getting out of bed in the morning. And when Mercury is retrograde, the moon is filling everything in Virgo. That makes it all so much more fun, right? And lastly, I'll just point out in the zodiac weather that Venus is at step 13 Aquarius, which means despite how uncomfortable all these vibrations are that I'm describing, we're somehow shifting into a new dimension today or taking on a new dimension of our life. So that's probably the best news of all. So to sum up today's weather, sunny and hypercritical. Try to be self-compassionate to yourself and try to let yourself off the hook because you are grand manifesting your new direction. And with that said, how about you steep yourself some tea and let's have our daily tea time. Hello, my friend, and welcome to our tea time. Today's tea time topic is grand manifesting. Grand manifesting. And I bring this up because today is a step 28 day, and step 28 is the grand manifestation day. This is the highest day we manifest in a given cycle other than the new moon. On the new moon, we also implant some very powerful emotional seeds that turn into reality, and that is a cycle that happens. But there's also another conscious cycle, a conscious cycle of us building our life step by step. I call this conscious cycle step astrology. And on step 28, this is the highest form of our manifestation. In fact, according to my step astrology method, there are 2 step days that are the highest and most potent days to manifest. Step 10 and step 28. So 2 times in a transit, we actually manifest. I look at step 10, the early step that happens in the cycle, as the platform, the foundation. Step 10 tends to be the foundation from which we build our big idea or our big vision. Step 28 is what I call the grand manifestation step. And what's really cool about step astrology is it literally kind of outlines the conscious awareness you have to play to make the step happen. So for instance, step 28 is really step 2 and step 8. Step 2 is I feel. Step 8 is I decide. If you add 2 plus 8, you get a 10. That's why it adds to manifestation. Manifestation is 10. So we have 10 and we have step 28. And this really kind of unveils kind of a hidden secret I've realized about how to law of attract the things in your life. Literally, step 28 kind of reveals it. Whatever you feel, step 2, and commit to, that's what the decide is. You decide on that feeling. You commit to that feeling. Whenever you decide you feel a certain way, life will law of attract according to that decision. So if you decide that you feel hurt from the relationship, you will law of attract more hurt relationships. If you decide you feel fine, you will law of attract situations that let you to feel fine. And this literally is how we humans play consciousness. Literally, it's almost like being dramatic. And this is why dramatic people can make things happen, because they talk themselves into a certain feeling, they decide they feel that way, and holy shift, things unfold around them, right? And you're like, how'd they do that? They're not even aware they're doing that. They're just playing emotional games. How do they pull that off? Well, the Matrix says step 28 is what manifests. If you feel it and you commit to it, 8, you commit to that like an actor, you're going to manifest the reality. It's going to happen. So you can literally play the Matrix. What's cool about step astrology is, although in our sun cycle we only go to 30 degrees for each sign, you can carry this idea past 30 degrees. For instance, it's anything that adds to 10. So a 10 is I manifest. Step 28, what you feel and decide, is a manifest. But then step 37 would also be manifestation, which means if you believe, step 3, and your psychic sense agrees, step 7, it would manifest. That'd be kind of a Seth Jane Roberts approach, where beliefs turn into reality. Or you could do step 46, which is that you innovate and you open to that innovation. Or you could do a step 55, which is you think and you commit to that thinking. So 55 kind of outlines how a lot of really logical people make things happen. They just align their mind, 5-5, and it adds to something that becomes real. So the conscious matrix unveils how we can manifest. But what's really fascinating is the sun goes to step 28 once a month, every month. And so the human race is brought to this step once a month, every month. Today, you are brought to step 28. That basically means whatever you fall asleep tonight, committed to feeling. So if you're committed to feeling negative about the situation, if you're committed to feeling positive about the situation, it is actually whatever you are committed to feeling. And by the way, you can't trick God. You can't trick the Matrix. You may say one thing, but really feel another. The universe knows the truth. But whatever you commit to feeling will be what manifests. Now, we're in Sagittarius, so we're talking about how you feel about a certain belief. So, for instance, I believe in my success. Am I committed to feeling positive about that? Yes, I am. Am I committed to feeling like that's true? Yes, I am committed to feeling that's true. It feels true, and that's what I can commit to that feeling. When you commit to the emotional vibration of the truth, it turns into reality faster than you can realize. So today, ask yourself, how do you feel about how the future is going? How do you officially feel about how the future is going? You want to put a positive spin about that. How do you officially feel about how life works? Does life work in your favor, or does life work not in your favor? How do you officially feel things are going to end up? I know it might look bad right now, but how do you feel it's going to end up? What the universe says is your feelings and what you decide will be how it ends up. So, my friend, be very conscious of what you are grand manifesting today with your feelings, not your thoughts. All right, my friend, that's all I have to kick off this day. Be advised, you will be tested on what you believe in the next 36 hours. Just stick to what you feel and what you have committed to feeling. Please remember while you're out there that Sensei loves you. And until next time, live, love, be.
Live, love, be.